A rotary cutter is a great tool for quilters. It allows you to cut fabric faster and with less stress on your hands and fingers. It works kind of like a pizza wheel for cutting fabric. You run the wheel-shaped blade over your fabric with light but constant pressure, and it cuts through multiple layers easily. The rotary cutter is very sharp, so make sure to use a self-healing mat underneath your fabric while cutting. This mat will protect your workspace and also save your rotary cutter from excess wear and tear. You usually use a rotary cutter with a rigid plastic ruler to help keep your lines straight. The ruler keeps your cutting blade from slipping and allows you to make a smooth, continuous cut. There are a few different types of rotary cutter available. Choose the features that best fit your sewing needs. For example, some rotary cutters have a standard straight handle, some have an angled grip for comfort, and some are ergonomically shaped to reduce hand and wrist pain. There are also rotary cutters that allow you to change out blades quickly and safely. Double-check whether a rotary cutter is appropriate for right-handed or left-handed use. Some allow you to change the placement of the blade guard for left or right-handed use, but others are made in separate left-handed and right-handed versions. Using your rotary cutter. Find the safety switch or lever on your rotary cutter. This switch moves the blade back and forth between a closed position, where the blade is kind of tucked away, and an open position for cutting. Move the switch into the cutting position. Lay your fabric out on the self-healing mat. Your fabric should be smooth and wrinkle-free in order for you to get the cleanest cut. If you'd like to use a rigid plastic ruler, lay it down along your fabric where you would like your cut line to be. While cutting, push down firmly on the ruler with your non-cutting hand to hold it in place. The blade should run right next to the edge of the ruler. Hold the rotary cutter at an angle and run it across your fabric like a pizza cutter. Apply firm, even pressure as you roll the blade, and make sure you cut all the way through your layers of fabric. Changing the blade on your rotary cutter. After cutting through a large quantity of fabric, the blade on your rotary cutter may become dull. You'll notice it having difficulty cutting through multiple layers of fabric cleanly. You can change out the blade on your rotary cutter for a sharp one. Check your rotary cutter's instructions to figure out what size blade you'll need. The most common size is 45 millimeters, but you can also find cutters with smaller and larger blades. Each rotary cutter has specific instructions for changing the blade. It usually involves unscrewing the center nut, removing the nut and the blade, replacing the blade, and then screwing the nut back on. Check your rotary cutter's instructions for specific steps on changing the blade. Here at Connecting Threads, we are making quilting affordable again. At only $5.96 per yard, you'll find our exclusive fabrics collections only on our website or in our catalog. Visit us at www.connectingthreads.com to find a huge supply of quilting books, tools, and batting, plus our exclusive high-quality thread and quilting fabric collections.